Hello, this is a continuation of video on vocabulary. That video is very important. It is important to police work and it's important also to work in courts. That includes, of course, mental health professionals. Now, the rule is as such. If the persons refuse to take responsibility on an individual basis and strip themselves of names and commit crimes that are called in the light of the government, organized and against the federal government, the army executes persons in anonymous way and they are buried as police unit in anonymous way. And that is why individual responsibility and providing first, last name and rank, when, for instance, unwarranted arrest, like it was for me in Bismarck, was made, is encouraged, and saying I do not want to work because I only follow orders which was told to me from a person that was actually keeping me hostage without a trial, is not going to be dismissed. That is not the same as giving a nickname. Disguising officers behind a first name or a child name in hopes that that person will not get killed, killing and harming, is wishful thinking. The same is for persons who rape, steal, promote such and protect such from others, as well as force marriages or force marriages from being able to divorce worldwide. So let me again repeat, this is a video that is meant to on the rules of the US government that I was provided training from prior administrations, Mr. Obama's administration, and his wife, who did a great deal of work to remove, for instance, junk food and dead animals from diet of persons who then die of even childhood obesity. That is a video in which I encourage you to, as it was based on my contract, to use those videos and learn that individual reporting system in each and every police station is to avoid mass execution that we've witnessed already in few cities of the United States from hands of the military. And that is not my decision, that is the law. And then disguising the name, that is unlike, for instance, a station of Clackamas in Oregon that has individual reporting system of transgressions and individual system of reporting also praises, which means what person did the best, which promotes the person in responsibilities. That is this system that has to work in affiliation with legal system. It means that it cannot be that in vain I speak to persons that claim to be anonymous because they've created like a cocoon or mother's womb, a jail in which they can harass, abuse and do whatever it is that they please, disguising the names and having such done in order to then cry in vain to be pitied for they offer death. That is not wanted. I do not want to kill or want to anyone else to kill. I never killed a person, nor I can, as being a human, have such an intention. Neither do military, so do not put that burden on us. And it is such the laws in the United States and worldwide of defense. So I am just informing you how it is, and it is your decision to make systems similar to Oregon and make it de facto work. As it was mentioned in one of the cases of police in Bishop, once said oral statement in person marked as an agreement or a contract, or another person's marked as agreement or contract in writing, agreement to perform a job, or a confession is considered a green light to action. It means, for example, that if I online filed a theft report of a backpack in Hakim of Washington, which is a police website that is unlike the website of, for instance, Aberdeen, where I went for a vacation, actually for Thanksgiving, agreeing to what the officer who came not by my request and also not to benefit socially, considering my social status, education, and government based. And that is a fact because I am supposed to be independent and report every 5 years whatever it is that my activity is. And understand that where there is death or harm, the same as drowning person, demand for my work is such that I am being grabbed from streets and not paid or kicked if I don't work. And that is rewarding the work and giving person protection and respect that makes a person like I, who has legal and medical knowledge combined, and using it and not blaming it on inability to provide cash if one asked to work, kidnapping from a street instead of coming to a bar, like in Bismarck. And not distorting truth to disable, then having even children bullying me and me unable to have a decent room. I also resent being pushed around by administrator of low rank and being accused of sexuality, which children seem to have jokes about, which kills. You understand that rape done to a cow that is then killed as a calf in vocabulary of a child means that that child is at risk of disease, kidnappings, offenses, and persons like police snapping and being then sitting or kneeling on a person's throat because of the provocation that are supposed to be trained. Training does not consist in verbal harassment and how long a person can endure, because that consists so-called post-traumatic stress disorder that has to be resolved. A person then has to be exposed to many contexts of vocabulary and these classes to be able to not to use a weapon, reading that being reduced to a chicken. Or a duck. Or a pig that is right now slaughtered somewhere else in uniform. Or a cow. Or a rooster. As long as there are animals that, to be more obese and sick, are being killed medically in an unjustified way, and let's not call lack of agriculture starvation, because that is fault of the current weak federal government, and start working for free, and when there is biggest crisis, bravely entering places precisely like hell that force that work and are able to use it and respect it, wherever that is. And again, in case of one's reported theft, online or transgression in individual basis, that person who also is a receptionist asks, could you please provide name, rank, or description of the officer that committed crime that you say you're a victim, and the person does not perform as a spouse who protects a husband because she's in tears because children will be without a daddy. That is not work. So place in places persons that do not have personal relationship preferred over household. That means sex, correct. That means that person that is most desired and most appreciated, adored, is married, and not person that works at the upper level in the building of police, that is on streets, and then the dispatch sends in contempt to other females to have de facto women raped on streets in anxiety because the officer is going to be harmed. What is it, a child? Because we call him on a uniform a Jamie? Well, then that is not the way to go. Or little Johnny? Or the officer that then somebody will come and like toys destroy them all, and then you wish to repair? It's like PETA breaking out chickens that then are being again killed. Does that make you happy to earn money that way? To do harm to remediate it? Because it makes zero sense.